May St. James of Compostela bless you. You are the most beautiful bride I've ever seen.
My child, this belonged to your grandmother. From now on, you'll wear it. It's yours now.
Oh, Father, it's beautiful.
Do you think that our creator stir at the court of Spain?
Create a stir. They'll be overwhelmed. They are certainly not expecting that such a beauty could come from the colonies.
But remember, my child, the most important thing is that you are happy.
I will be happy, Madalena, but just think. Madrid, the court of Spain, with a handsome husband by my side. All my dreams will have come true.
Hurry up now. The bride and groom leave immediately after the ceremony. Your Lordship, you must excuse me. I was going through the dowry list of our distinguished Senorita Estrella, and now I find that
don't bother us now with these details. I'm not interested.
But, Your Lordship, since you'll be administrating all my daughter's properties, I think...
Here is my administrator. You can discuss it with him. Fernandez, I want you to prepare a letter for His Majesty. I'll sign it later. His Majesty will surely not deny a title of nobility to the father of my bride. Eh?
How can I thank you?
Oh, it's not necessary. And call me Enrique.
Why, how did this happen?
No, it was an unfortunate encounter with buccaneers.
Oh.
Excuse me once more. I just found these credit bonds.
Oh, yes. Those are credit bonds from the Bank of San Domingo of Saragossa. I thought while in Spain you might...
I'm sorry, but I only want to point out that it's difficult for us to go to Saragossa. All our holdings are near Madrid.
However, the bonds would be safer should you be attacked by pirates.
Since we ran them off the island of Tortuga, the pirates are finished. In any case, my presence will keep them at a distance. I left them souvenirs much worse than this.
If this is so, I'll have no difficulty changing those bonds into good, sound money. Pardon me. Would you please follow me?
In nomine Patris et Filii et Spiritus Sancti. Amen. Oremus. Auditorium nostrum in nomine Domini. Don Arrigo de Almaviva, Marquis de Fontebuena, Conde de Afenedo. Do you take this woman, Estrella Cordova, as your wedded wife according to the sacred rites of the Holy Mother Church?
Stay where you are! Put your hands up! Anybody that moves your hands! Stay where you are. Take him away.
How dare you!
This is worth 100 escudos. And this is worth...
I'll take that.
200 escudos. The value of this is 400 escudos.
How much do we have?
Pena!
About 50,000 escudos. Not counting the men's share.
Not bad.
Not good. We need more than that to fit out a fleet and retake the Tortugas.
The risk was at a minimum.
Nearly ending up with a wife. Don't you consider that a risk? And for what?
50,000 escudos. My father used to take 10 times that with only one raid. Everything's changed. We ever see the good days again?
We're working to regain them.
Shall I choose another name?
I'm tired of courting. I want to fight. And then we've run out of brides, haven't we?
There remains Conchita Zamar, Santa Cruz.
She's as ugly as a witch.
But she's covered with gold. 100,000 escudos in dowry and another in jewels.
No, I much prefer the risk of boarding a Spanish galleon.
A Spanish galleon with this hull. With Conchita's money, we can fit out a new ship and enlist a fine, strong crew.
But how can one be in love with her?
You must sacrifice a little. You must if you want our flag to wave once again on the island of Tortuga, as it did in your father's day. You're not afraid of a woman.
Very well. Have them set our course. Let's have a cruise.
I already have.
What?
El Gringo and Puerto Poco have preceded us there to start their work.
So you took care of everything?
Yes. They're at Don Barrejo's tavern. By this time, they must have spread the news throughout the town. His illustrious lordship, Don Almedo de Alcazar, Duke of Navarre, Grandee of Spain, intimate friend of his most gracious Majesty.
You drunken boor. Speak up, will you? What do you want here? Why are you snooping around?
Let me take care of it, Barrico. This will even make the devil speak.
No. Only wine will get the truth out of him. Look, we're honest men. We don't want to harm you, but we're curious to know why a nobleman from the governor's court such as you comes to this out-of-the-way tavern every night.
I told you I like your wine.
Well, have some more then. There's no charge. It's on the house. Do you know what we call people like you where I come from? Spies.
Oh, no, I'm not one of those. You're wrong.
Well, what are you doing here? Talk.
I'm waiting for someone. A woman.
Who is the woman?
She's making a long journey.
For you?
No. She's one who interests... She interests someone high up.
Who?
The governor.
Is that the truth?
Barrico, the guards.
Hide him, quickly! Quickly!
Help!
Hurry, put him into the barrel.
Yes. My dear friend.
Sweet dreams. Everything in order?
Open up!
Yes! Yes!
Open up!
Yes! Who is it? The tavern's closed.
Open up or we'll break down the door!
This is no hour for carousing. Get to bed. You drunkards!
Open in the name of the governor!
Yes?
Barrico.
One moment. One moment.
Where is he? Who? The nobleman who is here. Where is he?
Here? There's no nobleman here.
Ah, officer, would you care for a glass of wine?
Quiet, you. Search everywhere. This is a respectable tavern. Tranquil. All decent clientele. There must be some mistake. I thought you were closed. Just my friends, officer, having a friendly little game. It's new wine. It's fermenting. Here, you.
The wine fermenting, eh? You, break it open. What's going on here? It's impossible to sleep.
Can you imagine these drunks? They're even sleeping in barrels now.
You're under arrest.
Me? But I haven't done anything. Just because you find a poor drunk here, you want to arrest me. What for?
Why did you leave me alone? I was so
Take
happy.
this man. Hey! Stop it!
Follow me!
Out you go. Hurry up.
Come on, men! Hurry! All of you! Hurry! Hurry! You're pushing on your off. Take my leg!
Gringos, get them out! Get them out of here!
He didn't mean it.
They didn't like the taste of this.
Now this.
Well done, Pedro. If the whip's a thing for them, I can tell you that.
Will he survive?
Oh, he'll live.
Hey, be careful. What do you think I am, a horse?
Oh, shut up. You're always grumbling. What's a little crack in the head to you? You had so many. You should be used to them by now.
I haven't enjoyed a fight so much in years.
Oh.
Look at her.
She's a pretty girl.
What's she doing in a place like this?
Sit down, otherwise I'll give you another crack in the head.
Hey, keep quiet. She's a lady.
Please come in, senorita. I assure you that you're quite safe.
Are you a pirate?
A pirate?
Those men were Spanish soldiers.
Do you really believe that 20 of the king's soldiers would flee before one pirate? Doesn't it seem more logical that 20 pirates disguised as soldiers fled before a nobleman in the service of his king? Don Almeida del Alcazar, Duke of Navarra, the representative of His Gracious Majesty, who places his most humble services at your feet.
My name is Soledad Quintero.
Soledad. What a delightful name. You're not Spanish, are you?
I'm the daughter of a colonist from the interior.
But there's not a princess in the world who would not envy you. Your eyes. Paquita, see what you can do to help this charming young lady.
Do you have a room for the night?
For you, senorita, we have the most beautiful room in the inn. And for him...
Cesarios need no room. Cesarios sleep outside door of Senorita.
He's faithful.
As you wish.
Pedro! Captain! All's well. They ran like rabbits. I mean to say that is, everything's in order, Your Grace.
Very good, Fernandez. Innkeeper, drinks for everybody.
Why do your men call you captain?
Well, it's an old naval custom. Once I commanded one of the king's galleons, and these men were members of my crew.
Oh.
The Duke won't be forgotten by those buccaneers. Ah, senorita, the Duke is quite a blade. With a sword, that is.
Behave yourself. Pretend you're gentlemen.
There he is, unconcerned, as if nothing had happened.
We must tell him about that girl and the governor.
Oh, sure,
Would
she's
you do me the
beautiful.
honor of dining with me
What you
this
have to do is tell him she's dangerous, too.
I don't think it
And
would
he'll
be...
never leave her.
What must I do to convince you that you should dine with me? Slay a dragon? Conquer an empire?
But you didn't even know me half an hour ago.
A fleeting moment can change a lifetime.
Senorita, your room is ready for you whenever you wish.
Well, then?
I shall be down in time for dinner.
Paquita, the Senorita Quintero is dining with me.
All the house has to offer is at your disposal, Your Grace.
Pedro, let's get out of here.
What?
It seems the governor's interested in that girl.
Really? That's a strange coincidence. She also interests me.
We've been expecting news for days. Finally, this evening, it seemed we might hear something. But it's already night and still no message. We can't wait forever.
We must learn how to wait, Rosita. You know this task is much too important. We may have to postpone our wedding.
Oh, no.
Don't think I find this amusing. It's also a great sacrifice for me.
But we've already sent out the wedding invitations.
I'm trying to bring this affair to a satisfactory conclusion. For your sake, Rosita, so that you can live as a queen. Come in.
Your Excellency, we were thrown out of that tavern.
Piffer, you're drunk. A fine, trusted friend.
They must have given me drugged wine. That tavern is a nest of pirates.
That is not the information I wanted from you. As the girl arrived...
She was outside with an Indian.
As you've heard, my information wasn't incorrect. We must leave for the inn immediately.
And now disappear.
Pedro, quick! The governor and his men are on their way here.
How many?
At least 30 and well armed.
Bar the door.
Pedro, quick, run.
And you?
Don't worry, I always manage. Akita, get out, quick.
Open in the name of
Akita, we have unexpected
Open
guests.
up!
You better open the door once.
Open up!
One moment, please.
Open up, I said!
Leave him for the moment. Princess Soledad, Lady of Darien. Alfonso de Montelimar, Governor of Santa Cruz, welcomes you on your return from Spain.
How do you know my identity?
Your late lamented grandfather was my dear friend, and a most important friend to Spain. Pardon me, therefore, if I permit myself a gentle reproach. It was not wise of you to come to this tavern.
Oh, I didn't want to be recognized. And my faithful Tazarius chose this place especially because it's away from everything.
It is not worthy of your position. And in addition, it is very difficult to remain incognito. Do not forget, you are the heiress to an immense fortune inherited from your late grandfather.
I know.
You're very rich now. And it is my duty to protect you until you arrive in Darien. And so, Princess, I beg you to accept my hospitality and my protection.
Thank you, but tomorrow morning I shall leave for the Darien border, where the men of my tribe are waiting to escort me to the village.
Believe me, I make this offer as a disinterested friend. You'll never reach the border safely alone. Tomorrow, to celebrate His Majesty's birthday, I'm
Leave some for me.
You shall be my guest of honor. Later, when you wish to leave, I shall escort you to the Darien border personally. And now, my dear Piffer, you can settle your account with the innkeeper.
Thank you, sir. Arrest that man. Take him away.
What I would like to point out is that I don't care about the dowry, but I do care about my daughter's happiness, Your Excellency.
Unfortunately, this is not the first report of such an occurrence.
Really?
What I find strange is that they always kidnap the bridegroom. I can understand about the dowry, but what on earth do they want with the bridegroom? Tell me, can you describe him to me?
A handsome man.
Tall, dark, elegant, and for some strange reason, he had to sail immediately for Spain.
Yes.
Did you notice anything particular about him?
No, just a scar.
On the right hand, between the thumb and the index finger.
Exactly.
Well, it may be just a coincidence, but they all seem to resemble each other.
Whatever are you thinking of, dear? Oh, don't be alarmed. Rosita has a very vivid imagination. I trust you will stay for the feast.
Oh, thank you, my lord, but I'd rather return to my daughter. She's alone. She might do something foolish.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Donna Rosita, your humble servant. Do what you can, please.
Rest assured we shall. Let him look for his own missing bridegroom. As far as I'm concerned, the pirates can conquer the entire colony. We shall be far away. Very, very rich. And very happy. Look at me, Rosita. Are you content?
I understand that half-breed of yours is rather pretty.
You're not jealous.
Well, after all, we've postponed our wedding because of this trip you're taking with her.
But I must go with her. She's the only one who can guide me to the treasure. And that shall be my wedding gift to you.
Forgive me. You're right. But I can't help thinking that tonight's feast was to be in my honor.
I've heard that in this garden there is a spot where one may admire a wonderful panorama. Would you mind leading me there?
Yes, Your Grace.
You know, I'm a painter.
This way, Your Grace. Feast in honor of Princess. You must return.
Oh, Tessarius, it's so beautiful here. You know, I always feel like a stranger among them. I would rather be with our own people.
Father has been great man. Good friend for Indian, but he white man. Want daughter, be white too. We go back now.
Oh, let's go on walking.
Here you are, Your Grace. Ah, it's beautiful.
Hurry, there she is.
At school in Spain, we seldom went for a walk.
Good evening, Princess.
Are you a ghost? You seem to disappear and reappear without warning.
On the contrary, I'm mere flesh and blood with a heart that's beating much, much too fast. Tell me, senorita, why did you lie to me?
I have lied?
Why didn't you tell me Soledad Quintero is also the Princess of Derry?
Do you usually hide behind doors and eavesdrop?
Behind doors? I'm a gentleman. I was on the roof.
Oh?
I was watching over you from up there, being your guardian angel. And believe me, you are in need of one. You are in grave danger.
I? On the contrary, it's you who run and hide.
Oh, but now I'm here, and I shall escort you to the feast. Will you lead the way?
Yes, with pleasure.
I beg your forgiveness for last night. It was not easy for me to leave you alone with Don Alfonso de Montelimar. But I did it for you to avoid an unpleasant incident in your presence. You see, the governor's family and mine have hated each other for years.
And yet you come right into the lion's mouth.
Oh, the governor doesn't know me personally. It's my poor father he hates most of all.
Then why did you disappear last night?
I would have had to introduce myself with a false name. That's something an Alcazar would never do.
But what didn't happen yesterday could happen today.
There have been new developments since yesterday.
Oh.
Do you really think it's possible a man could see the light in your eyes, hear the sound of your voice, and forget you? And to know that you were in danger and not come to your aid, whatever the cost.
What danger?
If the governor has offered to escort you to the border, it's only because he wants to keep you and your treasure under his control. You will become his prisoner. Soledad, come away with me now.
Why should I trust you?
If you could read my heart, you wouldn't have any doubts.
Oh.
All right, that's enough. He'll stay put for a while. Hurry, let's go.
Why did you leave me?
You not tell me to stay.
Soledad, where have you been? I was worried about you.
You must forgive me, but it's been so long since I felt so free.
I must say, it certainly agrees with you. You look simply delightful.
Thank you.
May I have the honor? I hope you will enjoy my reception. Among other things, I've arranged for a tournament.
Oh.
Since I've placed my sword at your disposal, it might do well for you to realize its full value.
Hey, men, Spanish wine, the best, sent by His Excellency.
Give it here. Hey, leave me some.
Today's a big holiday.
Thanks.
All right, we'll celebrate.
Good.
Are you ready, Your Excellency?
Yes.
And you, Your Grace?
Quite ready.
Don Ricardo Cortez, will you request Princess Soledad to reward the winner with this?
The man who disarms his adversary is the winner. Whenever you are ready, gentlemen.
Come on, hurry up.
Who will challenge the winner?
I'd like to try.
Oh.
I announce as the winner His Excellency Don Alfonso de Montelimar, Governor of Santa Cruz.
One moment.
With whom do I have the honor?
Don Almedo de Alcazar.
Are you by chance the son of the elderly Duke de Alcazar?
In person. Just arrived from Spain.
You did not advise me of your arrival.
However, I've come directly to pay my respects.
I am one of your father's sincerest admirers, and I consider his friendship an honor. However, I am heartbroken that I shall have to disarm you, but I cannot afford to lose face in front of my guest of honor. A foil for His Grace, the Duke of Alcazar.
To tend your hide well.
25 lashes. Curse them.
Hurry, they'll be taking the guard soon.
Do you feel up to it? You'll find out if anyone tries to stop me. Come on, come on.
For you, as an old friend of my father's, I grant you 2 more attempts.
You're very sure of yourself, Almedo de Alcazar.
Under a new treaty, the Spaniards cannot enter the Darien territory. Now, Soledad's meeting with the Indians must certainly occur here. There is no other place. At dawn, I will land on the coast with a few men. From then on, it is my affair. You, Fernandez, will sail the ship into this inlet near Puerto Suarez. Be careful. There's a large Spanish garrison in the fort that overlooks the bay.
Yes, I know.
I'll be sending you news and orders.
Will you employ the same tactics?
Certainly. They're most effective. And this time, even enjoyable.
Here, serve yourselves.
Aha! Good girl, Paquita. Finally, we're getting some real cooking on the ship.
Do you like it?
Mm. Very well. We'll move off at once.
Yes, sir.
You look even more beautiful in your Indian dress.
In about an hour, I shall meet the men of my tribe. I want them to see me in our traditional costumes.
You seem very happy.
Shouldn't I be?
Yes, but we'll be leaving each other soon.
Oh, I'm very grateful to you.
No, don't. Don't thank me. It's like saying goodbye. Princess Soledad, why won't you believe me? Being near you these last few days made me realize that you're the woman for me. If you wish, I'll come with you and send my soldiers back. I have a ship at Puerto Suarez, which can take us to the ends of the earth, wherever you wish. You're too young and beautiful to languish in a small village. What you need is a man at your side to guide you, to make you the most envied woman on this earth.
Excellency, we're ready to depart, Excellency.
All right, let's go then.
Forward. Let's move.
I cannot but repeat that I am most grateful.
No smoke. No signal.
Perhaps they haven't arrived here yet.
I left them here to wait before coming to get Princess.
Piffer, what do you think?
It could be an ambush.
Sergeant, have the men spread out and move forward cautiously.
The governor.
Your Excellency! Here they are. Hurry!
Come, Soledad. Under these circumstances, I can't let you proceed alone. Your life is in great danger.
Who could it have been?
It's the work of the pirates. At the tavern, they attacked my men who are waiting for you. Here they've killed your people. They want you and your treasure. My men and I will escort you to your village. They won't dare attack us. behind me. Get the princess.
Follow me.
This way, let's follow them! All of you, run! Try to cut them off.
Piffer, I want you to search this area of the forest. Beat every bush. This didn't fall from any tree.
Let me go, you coward. Take me back immediately.
Don't intend to.
The governor will have you hung.
You'd like to scare me, wouldn't you?
There they are. Ah! Ha! Ha!
Have you found anything?
Pirates know how to hide tracks. Learned it from Indians.
Don't just stand there, you idiots. My horse. Bring me my horse.
In 10 minutes, it'll be ready.
Good work, Parejo. Remember, I want a good dinner worthy of your inn.
Unfortunately, we haven't got Paquita.
You must be tired. Why don't you have a rest now?
Don't waste your time on ceremonies. Go to my people at the village and deliver your dirty proposal. Ask for Teleco, the great sorcerer. He'll give you the treasure in exchange for my life.
Well, that's an idea. I hadn't thought of it. Who suggested it? The governor?
What do you want of me, then?
I took the liberty of coming because you owe me the pleasure of a dinner. You accepted my invitation before. I don't see why you should refuse now.
What? Do you think that nothing's happened to us since then?
Nothing serious, I would say. Here we are, safe and sound.
You were safe and sound. You've had the devil on your side up to now. But it won't always be so.
Perhaps the devil has helped me. We are old friends, but he cannot take all credit. Remember?
Stop play acting. You are nothing but a filthy buccaneer. Incapable of any feeling, except when it involves money or murder.
Listen to me, Soledad. My real name is Pietro Valverde. And had you lived among your people, this name would mean something to you. My father fought the Spaniards side by side with the Indians.
Your father, perhaps. But you didn't hesitate to stain your hands with their blood.
Whose blood?
Whose blood? You killed the Indians who were to escort me.
Listen, Soledad, have you gone mad? Listen to me and to reason. I had no motive to kill those people. We buccaneers recognize no boundaries. The Spaniards, however, signed a treaty to keep out of your territory. It's evident that the governor needed a pretext for escorting you to the village.
Why, that's absurd. You forget that you're the pirate.
I'd forgotten that the brain of a woman is incapable of logical thought. But I swear I'll show you proof of the truth, even if it costs me my life.
Now, Piffer, what did you find?
Not a thing. Nothing. They've disappeared.
Losing their tracks isn't serious. It's obvious they'll make for the village. That's where the treasure is, and that's what they want.
You don't intend to go to the village. That could lead to an incident. And we have orders to keep the peace with the Indians.
We must cut them off before they arrive. That way we can enter the village as saviors of the princess.
But the Indians have always befriended the buccaneers.
They won't, not after we convince them that they killed her Indian escort.
Good night, sir.
You will be cold. sure you won't eat anything?
No.
Why don't you rest on the hammock?
I'm quite comfortable here.
Didn't take long to find us.
Always know how to follow tracks when they covered Indian way. Cesarios left Spaniards. Spaniards must not go to village.
Good work, Cesarios. I like you. However, your mistress doesn't know how to distinguish between bandits and gentlemen.
Old Indians say, gentlemen have always a little of the bandit. Bandits have always a little of the gentleman.
Cesarios. Cesarios, take me away. Let us both leave here. Or will you stop me?
You were my guest, not my prisoner. I wanted only to protect you.
But I don't want to be protected by anyone. One man as trusted as Cesarios is the only sure escort.
Do as you wish. But remember, my men are risking their necks to show who are the real culprits. I think you should at least wait until they return.
Night now. All tired. Better to sleep.
Yes. Thank you.
Go on, Gringo. He will talk.
It isn't any fun, Gringo. When they whipped me, they tore my skin, too. Hit a little harder.
That's easy enough.
Go on, Gringo. He'll talk.
Stop! Stop! Enough of this.
Stop.
You are nothing but a band of assassins, capable only of attacking defenseless men. Is this how you think you will pass for a gentleman? Whoever is capable of this is capable of anything, of killing, of lying.
Calm yourself. If you could have intervened every time this man has had innocent people whipped, you would have saved many lives, Soledad. Our friend Brejo knows something of this. In any case, he could have avoided all this by telling us who really killed those Indians. Come on, confess!
Enough! Enough!
It's too easy to make people confess this way. Perhaps, if the whip were in other hands, you would be the one to confess.
But, Soledad, you must believe me.
I don't believe anything nor anyone. much less you. Now let me go.
I insist that you let me escort you to the village.
No. If you don't want my contempt, free this man.
Untie him.
Water. Water. Throat is on fire.
Bareco, some water. Enough.
If the whip had been in my hands, I would have had something very interesting to tell the princess.
Go ahead. Speak. I have nothing to fear.
I will, when the whip is in my hands.
It will never be in your hands. Take this and leave. Now. Perhaps you would like to follow him and protect him from the perils of the forest.
We can't expect it always to go well.
Don't think about it.
We had better return to the ship.
Are you mad? Everything's going perfectly. He might have hurt you. I was just passing this way. Don't worry, I'm leaving immediately. I only wanted to warn Tazayas that the Chivas are wandering about the forest, hunting for game or for some victim for their rights. Goodbye and pleasant journey.
We better leave here.
Chavis!
think perhaps in order to arrive safely in your village, my presence can be advantageous? Cesarius, you tell her that she can never make it alone.
So be it. But I do not want to be obliged to you. How much do you want to be my escort? I'll buy your services.
I'm not for sale. You may pay for the incidentals.
I said I'll pay you. How much?
If you put it like that, I shall be very expensive. Half of your treasure.
You'll get what you want.
I would have done it for nothing because I love you. But since you insist on buying...
Chavis returned. Many. Very many.
If we don't get a move on, he'll cut us to pieces.
Break to the horses. Let's go to Cesarius.
Soledad, legitimate heiress of the great Kachika, you are our queen. We are awaiting your commands.
This man has escorted me here, protecting me from many dangers. The price for his help is half of my treasure. Pay him and dismiss him.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Princess. As far as I'm concerned, you can keep your treasure and live happily. I only wanted to escort you safely to your village. This is done. My mission is finished. When a woman is as beautiful as you, Your Highness, she shouldn't be too rich, for she ends up understanding nothing. Goodbye. Do you really think you would like to marry a pirate?
Look at that son of a pirate.
Not half of the treasure, but all of it.
That's the gentleman.
Oh, we're buccaneers of the Spanish Main, a match for Drake and the King of Spain. The black flag flying high, 'tis a case of do or die. When there's thunder in the air, you'll always there. Hail Tortuga, Queen of the Main. Red Tortuga.
Hooray, Pedro!
Tortuga! Welcome, Pedro.
To the conquest of Tortuga.
A toast to Tortuga.
Thank you, friends.
Oh, what a kiss.
Don't shout.
Is everything going well?
Of course. Very well. We're going to marry.
Really, you're not wasting time.
When something must be done, it's better to do it quickly.
Right. Then we can return to the ship. Let's inform Fernandez.
Certainly.
It would be better to dress as Spaniards. We've got the uniforms.
But why Spaniard? For the sake of our skins, of course.
Calm yourselves. Who gives the orders here? I will give the orders tomorrow. Written. And you will pass them on to Fernandez. That's all.
Keep calm.
What are you doing? What do you want?
That's him. I recognize him. The scoundrel.
What do you want? How dare you?
You broke your promise.
You crossed the river, violating our treaty.
I am here for one reason. To prevent this man from committing another infamous act. 6 times under false names he has led rich young girls to the altar. And 6 times has he managed to escape with the dowry.
It's not true. Pedro. Pedro, tell me it's not true.
This time it was different.
Yes, this time it's different. Because I'm here and not your pirate friends.
You've lied to me. You've always lied to me. I should turn you over to my people so that they do justice to you.
Justice will be done, Princess.
Once you asked for my hand in marriage. If the proposal still holds, I'm ready to accept.
You make me the happiest man in the world, Princess Soledad. It will be an honor to have you as my guest at my castle at Puerto Suarez. Take him away!
That filthy pirate.
Right. You look well in it.
Governor, not good. Pedro, good. We prisoners here.
Who's there? Rosita. What are you doing here?
Hadn't we agreed that I should meet you here in Puerto Suarez?
Yes, of course, but I just didn't expect you so soon.
I see. Well, there were strange rumors about you in Veracruz. They said that you'd fallen into the hands of the buccaneers, that they'd killed you. I was worried about you. Aren't you happy to see me?
Of course, darling. You know I am.
I never thought that your duplicity could go so far.
What do you mean?
You know what I mean. I hear there will be a wedding here tomorrow.
Of course, darling. Ours.
Ours. Or yours, too, that Princess Soledad.
Rosita, don't you understand? To get that treasure, I must pretend
You're lying! Why, then, is there a ship in port ready to sail immediately after the wedding? Come on. Deny it if you can.
Rosita, listen to me.
I've listened enough. Don't use your well-known charm on me again. That's over. You'll have to choose between her and me. Now. Can't you see that your childish infatuation for that cheap little only makes you look ridiculous?
Enough.
No.
You bore me. Destiny has brought a beautiful young woman into my life. Exceedingly rich, a woman who loves me. Can you understand that? A woman who loves me.
Does she?
What have you ever given me? Except your stupid jealousy. I suggest you leave immediately, or I'll have to use force.
That won't be necessary.
Donna Rosita.
I have a message from the governor for the Princess Soledad.
Why beggar? Why not friend?
I hate you. To look at you, one would think you are only a child. And yet you have taken the man I love from me. Why? Why? Why the governor? Wasn't what you had enough? You're beautiful, young, rich. You could be a queen among your people. Isn't that enough?
Listen.
Oh, don't tell me you love him. I wouldn't believe it. For what treacherous reasons have you cast a spell on him? To make me unhappy? Or do you enjoy making a fool of him?
Listen, I have not deceived anyone. Maybe I've erred, yes. And if I've offended you, I ask your forgiveness. The reason I accepted the governor's proposal was only to spite that pirate.
What? Oh. You're in love with that dowry hunter?
Yes.
My poor child.
Soledad. Outside. Soledad. Oh, my darling. You... Where's Soledad?
Suppose I killed her.
Don't toy with me, Rosita.
I came here to kill her. I really believed she wanted to take you away from me. But no. She doesn't love you. She doesn't even want you. She asked me to help her escape to her village.
You're lying. You frightened her with your threats. I'll get her back.
She doesn't love you. She hates you. Don't you understand? Because of that gallows out there. She's in love with that handsome pirate, your prisoner. He's your only rival. You fool.
Captain Fernandez.
He's in the cabin.
Captain, what is it?
Senorita.
Pedro de Puerto Suarez, prisoner of this family. He must be rescued or will be hanged in a few hours.
All men on deck! Everybody on deck! Clear the land.
Men, come on, let's go. Hey!
Never fear, Princess. We shall save him.
Will you succeed?
The castle of Puerto Suarez is well defended. We'll throw in all we've got. First you get him into trouble, and then you're sorry. I'll never understand women.
You certainly don't think I care anything about him. I know that he's only a fortune hunter, and I hate him. But not enough to want his death.
The only mistake Pedro made was to lose his head over you.
If you don't hurry, he'll really lose it. Tesaris is in the castle and will let you in.
And if we aren't able to save him? Very well. I understand. He doesn't interest you. Perhaps you'd be interested in reading the last orders of the terrible pirate.
I love Soledad, and I don't want her to suffer for me. It is the first time this has happened, and it shall be the last. For I have decided to marry her. When she is my wife, I will tell her everything, the truth. And I shall convince her to donate part of her riches to your cause.
Stand up. You're in the presence of the governor. Stand up! I told you one day the whip would be in my hands. Now I can make you say whatever I want. Confess! It was you who had the Indians killed.
I'm not a coward who's afraid of a few lashes.
You want to be a hero, huh? I don't want to hear you confess. I want to hear you beg for mercy. Cry out in pain! Sergeant!
Yes, sir.
See that everything is prepared for the execution. He'll long for death. Go.
Yes, sir.
Let no one come in, no matter what screams you hear.
If you're expecting me to scream, you'll have to wait.
We shall see.
I want you to beg for mercy!
So you wanted me to yell, huh? Let me free quickly, or I'll kill you.
Soldier. I come on governor's order.
Very well. Thank you, Excellency. Let's get out of here.
To arms! To arms! Buccaneers, this way! Here, over here, this way! Pedro! Surrender! You're finished. Fire! Now it's your turn, Pedro. Fire!
Take your hands off me, you blackguard!
Behave like a gentleman.
Well, since you're the winner, I'd like to know whether I'm to consider myself a prisoner.
Not you, Contessa. You're perfectly free.
Thank you.
As for that other person who holds your interest, here. He's taken my place. Do what you will with him.
To each his own. Oh, by the way, I suppose I must wish you good luck.
Contessa.
Princess Soledad. After all, you're married now.
Right, into the kitchen with you, and see that you don't poison us all.